Hey, my friend, I'm Scott, and today we're diving into a big question for those watching the Arizona real estate market. What just happened? If you've been following the Phoenix real estate scene, you've probably noticed some big changes recently. More listings are popping up, buyers are getting quieter, and the market is shifting in favor of buyers. We're going to break it all down for you as we chat with some of our experts, and stick around to the end because we've got some tips for sellers, buyers, and for everyone as we adjust to a changing market. And if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. It helps us get the word out. So let's dive into what just happened to the Arizona housing market today on State 48 Homeowner.
Hi, I'm Kenny Klaus, and this is State 48 Homeowner.
So what's causing this shift in the market? Well, over the past few months, we've seen a significant increase in the number of homes listed for sale in the Phoenix area. This rise in inventory means that buyers have more options and potentially more negotiating power. Craig, can you shed some light on what's happening with the listing inventory?
Yeah, Scott, it's we're definitely seeing inventory increasing really since probably about August, September. We've seen a little bit of an increase in active listings. We're at about 22,000 active right now. Last year at this time, we're at about 16,000. And so you're looking at about 6% higher increase in inventory. And part of it's seasonal too. We had about 17, a little under 18,000 active in August. So we've seen a little bit of an increase since then. A lot of it can be part of days on market, active ones sitting a little longer, as well as new listings coming to the market. So there's a combination of things. Overall, we're in what would be considered a buyer's market when we look at supply and demand. We do have about 6 or 7 cities where the sellers are still in what's considered a seller's market. For buyers out there, there's a lot of opportunity, and with more choices and more motivated sellers that we're seeing right now. So there's opportunity there. We are expecting first quarter and second quarter of 25 to be very, very busy, and for buyers to come flooding back to the market. So it's a good opportunity for buyers out there right now for sure.
That's some great insight. Now, let's talk about what this means for buyers. Now, Twyla has been working closely with buyers in this shifting market. Twyla, what's their experience been like?
So right now, it's great news for buyers. The number of listings has gone up, so buyers are able to look at more houses, take a little bit of time, and find the home that they really want, which is great news. I will say, though, that buyers really need to be ready to buy right now. As rates come down, keep fluctuating right now, we have a ton of buyers sitting on the sidelines waiting. And I think when they go down, we're going to have a frenzy out there again, and we'll end up with multiple offers. So it's still a great time to have your ducks in a row and be ready to buy a house.
Interest rates play a huge role in buyer activity. Let's go to Steve. Steve, what's been happening with interest rates, and how is that impacting the market?
Well, Scott, what we're seeing right now is that rates have been fluctuating. Before and after the election, we've really had some uncertainty and now certainty. So we're kind of seeing that fluctuation, 7%, give or take a quarter either way, depending on the day in the market. And really, we're not at the historic lows that we were, but we're still seeing buyer activity with the amount of inventory that's out there and available for them.
That's some great information. Now let's talk about why sellers are selling. Now, over the past few years, we've seen a lot of homeowners choosing to stay put, largely because they don't want to give up a lower mortgage rate on their current home. And we said for a couple of years that people were more in love with their mortgages than their homes. But recently, I think we're noticing that more and more people are deciding to make a move anyway. Now, Rick, from your perspective, what's motivating sellers to list their homes despite that hesitation?
You know, as we've seen, and as you probably hear, folks are held back somewhat by interest rates. But we all have life events that occur. You know, there's folks that are picking up new jobs. Maybe they need to move out of state. There's folks who choose to go maybe live closer to their grandkids or you know, family events. So we're still seeing plenty of people selling. And in fact, in the Phoenix market, you know, we're seeing 5,000 to 6,000 sales per month, despite where the rates are sitting.
That makes sense. I know lifestyle changes are a big one. Are there other life events that you've seen push people to sell, even if the timing doesn't seem ideal?
Yeah, so we do have other lifestyle changes where you maybe need to move up. You might be in a condo right now, and all of a sudden you've got a little one on the way. You need a little bit more room. Folks are working from home more. I'm finding a lot of folks who need home office space. Literally just happened to me this year. My wife and I were in a smaller home and needed to move my mother-in-law in with us. So, she's with us now. We're in a larger home.
And I imagine that it works the other way too, people needing less space.
So sure, we've also got folks that are going the other way and they're downsizing. People that are, becoming retirees, people that are becoming empty nesters. All of a sudden, they don't need that huge home with all of those bedrooms and the extra upkeep that it takes to keep that going. So plenty of folks are looking to downsize as well, again, just based upon lifestyle changes.
So it's really about finding a home that fits their life stage. Now, how about other reasons, maybe unexpected ones that come into play?
Yeah, so you've also got other lifestyle changes, divorce, death in the family, that kind of thing that would make you need to move. I had some folks call me this week, in fact, who have a home and they are moving into an assisted living facility. So they needed to sell that home and move into that facility.
That's such an important point. Sometimes a home just doesn't suit somebody's physical needs anymore, and finding the right space for their health is top priority. Sometimes it boils down to the fact that a home is more than just a financial investment. It's where life happens. And if that home doesn't serve you anymore, sometimes moving is the best option, even if you're giving up that lower mortgage rate. Stick around and we'll talk about how sellers should focus their strategies in this new market.
Hey everyone, this is Kenny Klaus with Klaus Team Real Estate Solutions. We know there's a lot of confusion in today's market, whether it's billboards, TV, radio, mail. Everyone's trying to get your attention. They offer one lane, where at the Klaus Team, we have over 20 different programs. We can help you navigate through to find out what's best for you. And remember, we work for you, they work for themselves. We're here to represent you and make sure you have the best experience possible.
Visit us at klausteam.com/call-us-first.
When we talk about your specific home and how to get it sold in this market, there's always been historically the 3 Ps. It's pricing, presentation, and patience. I've added kind of a 4th P to that in participation, and that we need to work together. I need to make the house available for showings and make sure it's ready to go. Buyers today are not looking to take on somebody else's projects. They are looking for move-in ready. So they're those homes that are move-in ready. They don't have to be highly upgraded, but they do need to be move-in ready, are the ones we're seeing the most activity on. And really pricing comes down to, what are we competing against that's similar to yours? What is the buyer that's looking at our house also looking at, and where do we fit in with that? And then looking at showings over days on market. Average days on market in the valley is over 86. So we're looking more at showings than we are days. That's something that we really try to track to gauge what the market thinks of where we're at price-wise. And patience is the key. And I think that when we make a price correction, if necessary, it needs to be one that moves the needle into a different price bracket. That's where the patience comes in. And the presentation is still a big part of it as well.
So what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're a buyer, now might be the perfect time to jump into the market. More listings mean more choices and better negotiating power. Now, if you're a seller, it's still a good time to list your home, but pricing and presentation are key. Make sure your home stands out. And be ready to be okay with offering some buyer concessions at some price points and locations. Now, before we wrap up, let's touch on some tips for navigating the market. Buyers, get fully pre-approved with a great local lender like Steve to strengthen your offers. As Twyla mentioned, buyers have more options right now, but get your ducks in a row so that when you find that perfect home, you're ready to act. And keep in mind, the market shifted in the buyer's favor real quick, and it could shift back just as quick. Now, sellers, work with your agent to price and present your home competitively. As Craig mentioned, price and presentation are incredibly important. Working with a professional who knows the current market and who has worked in a buyer's market before is key. Remember, when you're choosing an agent, most agents today have never listed a property in a buyer's market. You want somebody with experience in a market like the one that we're in. And everybody, stay informed about market trends and be ready to act when the time is right. Things are changing quickly, so stay connected with the experts to be in the know for all things real estate in Arizona. And that's why we're here, bringing you regular updates on the housing market and other homeowner-related content. So if you found this episode helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more real estate insights and ring that bell to be notified of all new content as we publish entertaining and informative videos weekly. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like us to cover, drop them in the comments below. And if you'd like to take the first step in selling or buying in Arizona or beyond, we'd love to help you. You can reach out at klausteam.com/callusfirst. Thanks a lot. Make it a great day. Thanks for spending time with us this week at State 48 Homeowner, the ins and outs of owning an Arizona home. You can connect with us for more information, submit topics you'd like us to further discuss. You can see relevant videos, give us feedback, answer your real estate questions, and more at state48homeowner.com.